Phantasm, 1979, directed by Don Coscarelli. This is one of the best, most underrated horror movies. I love this movie. I can remember my mom showing me this when I was young, and I even asked for it for Christmas one year when I was like 8 or 9 years old. Seen it so many times. It's basically all about these brothers, Mike and Jody, and in the beginning of the movie, they go to a funeral, and Mike ends up seeing some weird stuff going on, and he realizes that the tall man, this guy right here, the funeral director that works at the funeral home, he's doing some weird stuff. So he alerts his older brother Jody, and they go to investigate, and they take their buddy Reggie with them, Reggie the ice cream man, and they basically stumble onto a whole bunch of stuff that they weren't even expecting. It gets super crazy and super out of this world, literally. As you can see coming up right here, Reggie's grabbing onto these posts that basically transport you to another world, and what he's been doing, the tall man, is taking bodies that he's supposed to be burying here at the cemetery, and he's transporting them to this other world where he basically turns them into these little Jawa slaves, and they look like Jawas from Star Wars. It's kind of crazy, but this movie's definitely super creepy. It's got some super iconic scenes like this one right here where they're getting chased down by the hearse and nobody's driving it. Pops out the top, ends up shooting the hood off with a shotgun, causing it to crash. I used to love those like actual real effects, the practical effects that were in older movies. No CGI there. That's super cool. So anyways, this is a great horror movie. They got the spheres too, the flying spheres, which is super cool that they were able to achieve this in the 1970s. Look how cool that looks. And these things fly around, and basically they will stab you and they will drain you of all your blood. So that's a cool iconic scene right there in the movie too. And the whole thing is like a huge fever dream. The whole thing doesn't even make any sense. It's just a crazy, crazy movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Remember these.